Good evening. Welcome to the Casual Report, everybody. I'm JT, your host, and joining me today on his lonesome, mate, is Bish.
Hello, hey, everybody.
You alright, mate?
All right, thanks, man. Are you okay?
Oh, mate, I'm living the dream.
Living the dream, as always.
Unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen of the jury and the chat and the YouTube comments and wherever you're watching this, Jam is without us today. We are without Jam, I should say, today. His nan passed away over the weekend, and I told him just chill out for a bit, don't worry about it, which is a shame because his nan and his granddad, especially his grandparents, to be fair, both of them were two of my favourite people on the planet. They were the nicest people I've ever met in my life. They always offer me a bacon jack. Do you want a sandwich, Jack? I'm like, yes I do, I want a sandwich. Of course I want a sandwich. I never declined a sandwich, and I mean our thoughts and prayers and that are with Jam. He said he might be back on Thursday, but I told him to chill out, stay with your family and that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if you do, give him a little message, say with a love art or something, it'd be nice, mate.
Hope everything gets better soon.
Yeah, man, and it's just really a shame. Good. She was a really nice lady, and I adored her, mate. And I was gutted. He messaged me on Sunday night, and I was just sat staring at my phone for about half an hour because I was just gutted. But you know, it's fair.
Despite the circumstances,
she was 93, I think she was, which is good going.
Wow, that is good going, mate. Yeah, that is good going.
It's fair fault for Jam in these trying times, won't you?
Absolutely.
Anyway, Bishop, what have you been playing, good sir, this past weekend?
Mate, I have been playing. I've been busy. I've been very busy. I've been a very busy man.
You've been very, very busy.
So I have been playing a bunch of stuff. I started a stream on Mass Effect, the original Mass Effect, which was, I got to say, I'm really, really starting to enjoy playing mouse and keyboard, which is really weird for the first time ever because, unfortunately, Origins is so pants. They don't allow controller support for any of the Mass Effect games other than Andromeda, I believe.
Really?
I think so.
That's weird. That sounds weird. You know what I mean?
Which is really dumb. Like, because like they are console games specifically, so I just don't understand why they can't put the control support on the PC. It's not difficult to code in. I mean, obviously, I'm not a coder myself, but I know for a fact that even some of the smallest indie developers in the world can code a controller into their games. Mm-hmm. So it's just lazy, in my opinion. But I mean, that's just my opinion. So yes, we're playing some Mass Effect. I've been playing.
Interject, Bishop, before you carry on. Sorry, dude. Sure. I was old up after 12 years, I think.
The original Mass Effect.
Was it old up?
It's it still really holds up,
mm-hmm.
but the acting doesn't.
Is it not? Even with Seth Green in this game.
At least in my opinion, anyway. I believe that the actual graphics look fine. Mm-hmm. I'm still happy to play with the graphics and stuff. The gameplay was always something I never really liked in the first, the original Mass Effect.
Yeah.
But that's just my personal preference.
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of the rest of it, like the story's still great. It's just there's just certain things, like me and Dan were just laughing at some of the lines. Honestly, we were just laughing like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just going around like slapping people with the melee. And the melee in that game is so funny, honestly, mate. It's so great.
Playing it.
So I've also been playing. So a friend of mine sent me a message a few days ago,
mm-hmm.
Asking me what the best games on Steam are at the minute. And I said to him, Satisfactory is something I'm really looking forward to playing. I haven't played it yet, but it looks really good.
Which one's that, Bish? Is that the...
Satisfactory. Have you ever played Factorio?
That's the one I was thinking of. Is it not that one?
It's not Factorio, no. It's essentially the best way I can describe it is it's a first-person Factorio.
Oh, cool. All right. Oh, yeah.
That's basically the best way I can describe it. And to be honest, it's pretty close to what it actually is.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good fun, and I got to say, I played an hour of it. My friend bought it for me, and I was like, okay, well, I've got to play this. Do you know what I mean? He just bought it for me, and just outright. And I was like, okay. I wouldn't even ask him as well.
Mad.
So I was just like, that needs to happen. Do you know what I mean? I need to play that. So we played that on
definitely,
stream. I think we played like 5 hours of it on stream. And you know what, mate? I had a fucking blast. It was great.
That's what games are about, to be fair. Having a blast.
I've also played some Planet Coaster, and I
Mate, you've been busy.
love Planet Coaster. Love
I've
it.
never played Planet Coaster.
Hey,
Dan,
you say I've been busy. I still got 2 more to go. Yeah, I still got 2 more to go.
I'm chilling, mate. I got my Pepsi. I'm all right.
I saved the last 2 for. Saved the last 2 on purpose because The Sims 4 and Dragon Age Inquisition are 2 games that I've been playing over the past few days. Okay, now those 2 games, along with a bunch of other EA stuff, have all just released onto Steam. Okay.
Yes, they have.
However,
there's always a however.
Don't think for a second that you're getting away from the Origins bullshit, because I downloaded Dragon Age Origins. I said Dragon Age Origins.
You did say.
Dragon Age Inquisition and Sims 4, and both of those games require Origins to load.
Yeah. Jedi Fallen Order did that. It wound me up. I don't want this open.
It still annoys me to this day. I don't understand why they do it. It's just. Well, yeah, obviously we know why they do it, but it's just really, really frustrating for the gamer. But the thing is, it also causes a lot more problems than what it's worth as well, because I've been trying to get Dragon Age Inquisitions to work. It took me, I think it was like 4 hours yesterday to try and get Dragon Age Inquisitions to work.
4
honestly,
hours.
Right? So it took me 2 hours to get rid of the first issue, and then it got further through the issue, and another issue arose.
Really?
Yeah. So I had to fix that as well. Honestly, if it wasn't for the fact that I wanted to play Dragon Age Inquisitions on PC and see how it holds up on the PC, which, by the way, stunning looking game and absolutely stunning, really, really holds up. If it wasn't for that, I would not have bothered. I just wouldn't have. I would have just got my refund and that would have been it. Because it was horrible.
Ball ache. Yeah.
Really, it was such a ball ache, mate. It really was.
I can imagine.
But yeah, so I've been playing a bunch of stuff, and I'm trying to just try and broaden my horizons a little bit, try some different stuff, and play some old classics. So yeah, I'm enjoying myself. How about you? What kind of stuff have you been playing?
Actually, I'll get it. 2 seconds.
Was that a bit of a stupid question?
Yeah, that was a stupid question. Give me a minute. I've been playing a video game, gentlemen and ladies, and everybody in the chat. You may have heard of it. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh. Last of Us
Part 2. Bishop, mate. This game is gripping. It's like crazy dark, grim, bleak, and I'm all for it, mate. Do you know what I'm saying?
Honestly, I kind of like the fact that that's something.
There's no payoff, and I love
how that there's no payoff.
No
okay,
payoff
that's cool.
at all. I'm like, I don't want to spoil it. Like, we are going to do a spoiler cast on this, especially, but it'll probably just go straight to YouTube, to be fair. But it's like, it's so grim, and like the facial expressions really like work, and the proper animated, and you can see like there was a part where I won't spoil anything, but something happened, and the character you control was really upset, and you could see it in her face when she was walking around.
You could actually see the emotion.
She was like that, and I'm just like, what is going on?
Like, it's really funny how like over the when you go back and watch like old classic games being played, like you can see what their intentions were. You could see what they were trying to do with the faces and stuff like that, with the characters and stuff. But back then, you had to tell a different story because of the lack of technology that they had. So they had to tell things in a different way. Whereas now, you can just see the emotion in the character's face now. And that is something I've wanted for such a long time. And Naughty Dog do it absolutely fantastically. Really, really well.
I have a OG PS4 as well, and I thought, I was saying to you before the show I thought my PS4 wasn't going to hack it, it's just going to blow up, and lo and behold, it was fine. They didn't make it.
Yes, I was talking to Jack about this before the stream started. My first question was, have you got a PlayStation 4 or a PlayStation 4 Pro? Which one have you got? And he says he's got a PlayStation 4. And And yeah, like, okay, all right. But that was one thing that I was very concerned about when it actually came to buying the game. Like, I haven't got it myself, but if I was going to buy it, how does the performance stand up? That was my big question.
But yeah, I mean, it's fine. Like, ran alright, steady frame rate, resolution didn't.
Which is just goes to show you though, because like the first one had issues, didn't it, on the PS4?
I believe it. I can't remember.
No, sorry. No, I beg your pardon. That was the PS3, wasn't it? Because the original one was actually on the PS3 first, wasn't it? And then was moved to PS4.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good to see that that they've not had too many issues. So that's good. Sorry, Dan, I've only just seen your message. What have you been having issues trying to run KOTOR on your PC? God, that's honestly, KOTOR's fantastic. He said to us the other day that he was going to do a stream on KOTOR,
mate,
and mate, I'm buzzing.
We're all in. Buzzing. Get it sorted, mate. But yeah, Last of Us 2, worth a play. It's grim. The story's progressive and all that shit, but it's great. It's great. There are issues that it touches on briefly. Doesn't shove it in your face, but it.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to play it, and we will discuss this in the spoiler cast, but highly recommended from me. And I think Jam's enjoying it as well. He's quite far in, I think he said. We should have it done in the next few days, hopefully.
Sweet.
Are you buzzing?
Yeah, honestly, mate. I mean, I'm not too fussed about spoilers myself, but I know obviously there's a lot of people out there in the casuals report I'm sure will want to kind of keep away from the spoilers. But at some point in a few weeks, do you know when we're going to be doing it?
I mean, Jam I think Jam's like just over 2/3 the way in, so hopefully he's done the next couple of days.
So
we'll have it done next week.
Relatively soon then.
Next week,
so say sometime next week we're going to be doing like a essentially just a spoiler stream where we just talk about The Last of Us 2 and
where we want Naughty Dog to go next and all that good stuff, mate.
Absolutely,
and I'll definitely will buy The Last of Us Part 2 on PS5, which is a definite yes, mate. Let's do it. Anyway,
I'd definitely do it too. I think that's actually why I'm holding out, actually.
Oh yeah, I totally get it.
So I can get it for PS5 as opposed to the PS4.
Why you want to do that? Because this game looks brilliant on this hardware. This hardware is like what, 7 years old now?
Yeah, exactly.
Fresh meat, mate, all over it.
That's it. Anyway, let's move on. Let's get ourselves into the news for this week.
Just a few release dates first, Bishop, mate.
Release dates, okay.
Over the last... It's going on now, actually. The New Game Plus Expo is on. We'll talk about it later on, but there's been a few drops, and there's another drop I'm looking forward to. Trails of Cold Steel 4, if anyone's interested. October 27th on PS4. 2021 for PC and Switch. Don't know if you played Trails of Cold Steel.
Trails of Cold Steel.
Not many people do. I played the first one a couple of months ago. It's very good. Very niche. Bishop, did you play Rogue Legacy?
No.
Well, the second one is getting early access on Epic Games Store and Steam on July the 23rd. So
sounds great.
I mean, people like Rogue Legacy, and of course, I'll save. There's another release date, but it's in the news as well, so I'm going to save it. Anyway, Bishop. We watched EA Play 2020, didn't we? We did. We did that last week. We were all tucked in bed and we were all just watching. It was like midnight, I think it was. I believe it was. What did you think of the stuff there, mate?
Oh, mate, don't even get me started on this. Don't get me started on this. I mean, don't get me wrong. For an EA access, as EA stuff goes, they intrigued me more than they usually do. Let's put it that way. But if it wasn't for Star Wars Squadrons at that show, it looks great. Actually, I mean, I was really, as you could tell, I was not sold last week when they didn't, before they released the gameplay. But now that I've seen the gameplay in action and all the customizations and all that kind of stuff, it looks great. I'm super excited for it now. It looks really good.
Yeah.
But oh god, I don't know. The EA, in terms of the EA access though, the only thing the only things that really EA Play, sorry. The only things that really kind of struck my eye really was Skate, even though to be fairly honest,
people are buzzing. There it is.
Even though to be honest, they didn't show any gameplay or anything like that, and didn't show any trailers or anything like that. They just talked about that they're making it, which is fine. It's still in early access.
People needed to know that it was happening, otherwise we're just going to get bombarded with nonsense.
Yeah, exactly.
All the time, you know what I'm Yeah, there it is. They're the two. I
Hmm.
can't remember them two names. Sorry, guys, but they're the two people. He's the director and he's someone else, I think.
Hmm.
Um,
So that's kind of cool.
the
But
best looking game
other than
there. Sorry to
that's fine.
interject, Bishop. Was that
okay.
Dice game, Lost in Random? Do you remember that?
Lost in Random. Yeah, that looks really
Yeah.
cool. It reminded
Sorry.
me of Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah, definitely. With the art
We
style.
actually, I
That
think
sounds
we actually said this while we were watching.
class. Yeah, we did.
Like it reminds us of Nightmare Before Christmas, and I really, really love any game that uses that kind of art style. It just looks great.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And it looks interesting too.
That was
Looks like they've
Yeah.
done a good job of the story too.
There was this one and Joseph Fares' new game, the guy who made Brothers and A Way Out. You know, fuck the Oscars guy. His new game looks
Yeah.
quite interesting. It Takes Two, where you play as a little girl whose parents are going through a divorce, but she makes dolls out of them and you control the dolls.
Yeah.
That was really interesting, and there's an advert.
It does look
stopping
very.
me from showing
It
the
does look
video.
very interesting.
Because-
Oh, have you got an advert?
Yeah, sorry. There you go. There he is. What a lad.
So, yeah, no, he's really. He seems to really know what he's doing, doesn't he? Right.
I definitely go out for a beer with this guy, by the way, because he sounds like a right laugh.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a legend.
He's
mate.
got that. He just definitely got that kind of personality, hasn't he?
Thanks for the game.
Yeah, no, the game looks great. The game looks great, and it's good to see that they're actually, they're putting a lot of work into it. Another co-op game though as well, by the
It's
same
like- it's,
guys. So.
I believe all of his games so far, the two. Well, Brothers was the two sticks for each character, wasn't it? And A Way Out was it co-op at the same time, but I don't remember. I wanted to play A Way Out. Did you play A Way Out? You did, didn't you?
I played a little bit of it,
Is it
not
any good,
much.
Bishop, mate?
From what I played, mate, it was a great co-op game, and if I actually had someone to play with, I'd probably go back and play it because it just
Mate.
looks really good.
That sounds like a stream if I've ever heard one.
Yeah, it does. Might have to do that at some point soon.
Oh,
It was good fun. Just have to be careful with the whole streaming stuff because within the first, I think it was 5 minutes, you could see a lot more than what you wanted to see. Let's just put it that way.
We're talking nudity here, Bishop. What?
Yeah, we're talking
yeah, mate.
here. Yeah. Mhm.
Oh, mate. Good, mate. So, would you rate EA Play this year? Or would you just like brush it under the rug? Apart from Star Wars and obviously the Dice game, Fares' new game looked alright. There was that Rocket Arena that looked weird. That Overwatch-looking game,
Rocket
that was
Rocket Arena should have been announced about 5 years ago. Like,
weird. Missed the boat.
I don't
now.
know.
Go away.
It does feel like it's just kind of missed the kind of.
Yeah, and obviously the next gen
Right
stuff
train.
looked good. The pre-rendered thing. I think there was a Dragon Age thing and there was something else as well.
I mean, I'm not saying that I think that the presentation was good. They did a good job. I'm not going to go as to say, that I didn't enjoy it. There was some good stuff.
Yeah, but I mean overall,
They-
do you know what I mean?
They didn't do as much EA sports stuff, which for me personally is something that I actually liked. So
EA Sports.
yeah.
You're lying to me, Bish, mate.
Well, they did a little bit of EA sports, but not much.
To be fair, yeah, I think they got the hint that nobody really cared.
But yeah, I think if it wasn't for Star Wars Squadrons, I think they really would have struggled this year with that show.
Yeah, there was that basketball player. Was he a basketball player or something? Render out me,
Yeah,
mate.
I think so. Yeah.
It was some sport.
Was that didn't that say that it was like in early access?
I believe.
Like early, not early access. Sorry. Like early alpha or something.
I think so.
There was a trailer on that in that show in the EA show, and it was like a basketball game, but I'm pretty sure it said at the bottom right hand side corner that was pre-alpha. I think one of you guys pointed it out. It was like pre-alpha gameplay, and you could just see the gameplay, and it was like,
possibly.
how is this pre-alpha? It looks so good.
Yeah, I remember it was going. What the fuck? Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think you're right.
Just
there, Bish.
crazy. I could be wrong, but it doesn't matter anyway.
Mhm.
But yeah, so some good stuff from EA, and
Some little nuggets, mate.
yeah, it was much better than what I've seen previously.
Yeah, Renzo
and
might be right. That shooter game.
that shooter game.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Anyway, yeah, I'm the same as you, Bish. It was an alright show. A few nuggets, but nothing to wank on about. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyway, ready for some? I got a big sales record here for you, Bish, mate.
A big sales record. Okay.
Mate. There's a video game that come out last week, which you may have heard of.
Oh, of course. This is the I've seen this on Twitter all over the place.
Yeah. Last of Us 2 smashes sales record in the UK charts. Now, it is the Last of Us 2 is comfortably bigger than its PS3 predecessor, with launch sales 76% higher.
76%.
This comes from Christopher Dring from GamesIndustry.biz because he's a fucking legend. I mean, these sales are mental.
There's some pretty big sales.
Yeah, it's even. I'm pretty sure it outdid Animal Crossing. Biggest UK launch for any box release this year so far, with sales 40% higher than the previous best Animal Crossing. The fact that it got 40% higher, I know it's only box sales, than Animal Crossing, is mental.
That is pretty high, that is, mate.
I mean,
especially for a game that's 18 plus. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Like, obviously, this game doesn't appeal to younger kids. Do you know what I mean? Animal Crossing did, and that's probably one of the reasons as to why it sold so much.
Possibly. It's a family game, and everyone can pick that up and play it. Right?
Yeah, exactly. It's one of those games that everyone can play. Mm-hmm. The whole family can play. Whereas Last of Us is very much
those
not
grandmas
that way.
Probably aren't going to be that into The Last of Us.
Exactly.
I mean, it's so. I'm really impressed with these sales. Like. No, absolutely. No new releases in the chart. It's the only new entry this week, but I'm pretty sure it's only pretty much only game to come out over the past week or two. So, do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, go Sony. Well done. I'm not CEO.
Absolutely.
I don't care, but well done. I'm impressed with that, mate. Bishop, speaking of buying Last of Us 2, are you down to get it soon, or are you not going to bother?
I think I'm going to just watch a YouTube Let's Play. I think. Because as much as I want to play it all the way through myself, I'm not a huge fan of the gameplay that much. I never watched The Last of Us.
Totally understand.
I'm there for the story and the experience. So I think I'll probably just give it a miss and just give it a watch on YouTube. I think
I can appreciate that. But anyway, Bish, next story. Just a quick one here, Bishop, mate. New Game Plus Expo is going on now.
The New Game Expo, yeah.
Yeah, so
we talked about this a few weeks ago, didn't we?
Yeah, it starts today. I was going off at work, mate, because I saw someone post on Twitter, if you're a fan of Igarashi, you need to watch this. I'm like, okay, I'm in. Let's do it.
Okay.
Igarashi is the guy that made Castlevania, if you aren't aware, I'm sure a lot of you are. Bishop, mate. People are fuming, right? Because Sega and Atlas said they were going to be there, and everyone put two and two together, and they were like, "Oh, there'll be Persona 6. They're gonna
they did say that they were going to be there, didn't they?
Yeah, they're going to localize this, and they're going to do that, and they're going to show Shin Megami Tensei 5, which, by the way, was shown as I think it was one of the first Switch games to be shown, and it's still not out. By the way.
Okay.
And do you know what they did?
What did they do?
Came out. Show off Catherine. Remember Catherine?
Yeah, I think I remember Catherine. Yeah, I remember
it.
It was a while ago, but yeah, I remember it.
And just played that for half an hour. Like, we know that's coming out.
Wow.
We know that, guys, we know that's coming out. You show them that. Right? It's a 1 year old expansion of a 9-year-old game or something, and I'm like, what are you doing?
That's really dumb.
That boiled a lot of piss. I usually I'm like, just calm down. It's only a game, but I totally get that because they were like, oh, Sega and Atlas to go in there.
Yeah.
Did you see the announcement I was excited about?
Was this the announcement of Bloodstained 2?
Curse of the Moon 2, Bishop. Sorry to be pedantic there, but this is the sequel to the... It had a Kickstarter goal, and if it made X amount of money, it would have a NES-looking video game called Curse of the Moon, which is like a prequel to the actual game that come out. And in many ways, it was better. And in many ways it wasn't, but it was very, very good. And the fact they made a sequel to this, and I don't think it's Kickstarter or anything, I think they're just going all in and making it, makes me very happy.
Absolutely, yeah,
We've
this
got
is great.
Big Igarashi here, mate. He don't care. He's buzzing, and it's old school, like no school like the old school and all that. It's got Zengatsu in it. It's got Dominique in it, who were characters from the first game, and it's also got two other characters. I have no idea who they are.
Very, very, very retro.
Oh yeah,
it looks very nice.
It like modernly plays like an old retro Castlevania game, and it's so good.
I do really like that we're in a gaming industry that even to this day, even despite the insane amounts of technological advances in gaming,
this gets
still,
me hard.
Yeah, we can still get like old classic retro games still being made, and still people still playing them and stuff, and it's great.
Yeah.
It's good to see that. It really is.
Oh yeah.
So this is your type of thing. It's not my type of thing personally.
I didn't think it would be, but I just had to say, because I saw this trailer, I was like, I'm in. Like, where's the money?
Yeah, but if you're into the retro stuff, just like yourself, then this is you're all in, obviously.
Do
you know
the first one was great. The sequel,
wow,
the actual game was so good. And
some of those bosses at the end, really cool.
Right, it's bloody brilliant, and I highly recommend the first game. But whatever. If you're not into it, you're not into it, are you? And obviously, there is a. Oh, I had a schedule and it's gone. Bloody hell. Give me 2 seconds, Bishop, mate. I'll find
That's all right, mate.
The schedule is up for the rest of the day. There it is. Sorry, guys.
Oh, is this for the for the show?
They've got slots and stuff, and they're going to showcase things. Give me a second.
Course.
Coming up any second now. Yeah. So the rest of the day from 5 p.m. until half 11 at night is here. Sega one, fuming to everyone. Obviously, Gunko, buzzing. Was that now? Or? No, 8 o'clock. 3 minutes, that one, so go watch that if you want. I hope it's grand here, but it probably isn't. Anything catch your eye there, Bish, or is that not your kind of cup of tea?
Again, this whole showcase,
niche,
showcase is it's a bit kind of like stuff that I don't really know too much about, which is kind of why I've got you here for that. So
Yeah, well, that's Colin Smith from HITC. Thank you for the article there, mate. I appreciate it.
It's good. It's good to see that that it's not just there's lots of different games being announced, and that's good.
Definitely. Last thing on this, Joe Suda51 is the guy that did No More Heroes and Killer 7 and all that stuff. He's currently doing No More Heroes 3, and he showed a bit of gameplay for No More Heroes 3, and it's just him with his face in the middle of the screen. I thought it was hilarious. I'm going to show you this now. It comes from YouTube.
That sounds fantastic.
Yeah, you can see the gameplay. He's just there talking to the camera. I mean, did you play No More Heroes, Bish?
No, I didn't know.
It's a good game, mate.
This is great. Oh my god, that's great. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool.
Anyway, Bish, should we get on some real news now, mate?
Yeah, let's do this. What else? What else have we got today?
Yesterday. It was yesterday. Was finally the reveal of the latest Smash Brothers character.
Yes. I have seen this. Yes, this is. I don't know what the character's from though. Like what character?
From Arms, Bish, mate.
Arms.
Remember Arms,
okay.
the slinky.
I think I remember Arms. Yeah. Was it a big game?
I mean, it sold well. It sold more than Xenoblade, and people like Xenoblade a lot. It did quite well in sales, so I assume that's why they put a character in Smash. Maybe there's a sequel in the works, so they can coincide that with what's going down. But this trailer is absolutely
the trailer's fantastic.
It's gorgeous, mate.
There's the one thing that I always have just. I love that the developers of Smash do. Like they just put so much time and so much work and so much effort into these incredible announcement trailers, and it sounds kind of crazy, but it's you get hyped more for the actual trailer than you do the actual character itself being in the game. Like it's just such a cool thing.
Yeah, there's they outsourced the trailer to a company, and I can't remember what the company's called. But if you knew what else they did, you'd be like, oh, it's them. Okay, they're very good at what they do. But obviously Sakurai oversees the production of the trailer and everything. But yeah, when she's mate. I don't even know who Mimmin is. I played Arms like twice. when they had them free demo beta things, and I mean, yeah, she looks great. Like a zonal grounded fighter melee attacker.
Everyone's worried about the grab.
Yeah, pretty sure. Yeah, I think because you can punch forward and backwards at the same time, and I think she covers the whole stage like that, which is very scary. If you're gonna be, I'm not sure how she's gonna do competitively. Maybe she's gonna be broken with how far she can reach, like you say, with the grab and stuff. But yeah, and you can change the arms and stuff. Mate, Monday we're going in, mate.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It's great. It's actually out Monday.
Well, yeah, next Monday. Usually they do day and date, like they just drop it, but with everything that's going on and stuff.
So we talked about I think we talked about this announcement a few weeks ago, and one thing that Jam said, if I remember rightly, was he hasn't bought the season pass yet.
Oh yeah.
He hasn't bought the character. He hasn't actually bought the character pass yet.
Yeah.
I'm in the same boat.
Yeah, I believe if I can interject, Bishop, sorry to interject. I believe the sales for the second fighter pass have been softer than the first one because Joe.
Yes,
it was like
I remember
Joker,
saying that
from Persona 5, and everyone was buzzing, mate.
So I think that just kind of is that gonna be something. Like I wonder. It's a shame that Jam's not here, so I can ask him this. But I was going to say is like, with this character coming out now, would you buy it? Would you actually go and buy the season pass? I mean, I don't think there is enough there to kind of warrant the buy personally, but that's just my personal opinion.
Yeah, the second they released it, I bought it straight away because I thought I was going to buy it anyway.
Yeah, you might as well.
I've got the money now. Here you go, have it. But for people who are a bit skeptical, can't really afford to do that, I totally get it. I mean, you've got like Min, like it's not like hype. Like Joker was bang. It was like, what's this?
Yeah, like if Master Chief or Joker, it's like if Master Chief or Goku or something like that was in there, like you know what I mean?
Imagine
imagine the Twitter hype would just be through the rails, mate.
It was like, you can't go at him, and he's not from a game. I'm like, it'd be hype as fuck, and I'd love it for the meltdowns, mate. I'm all in for Goku and Smash, by the way. But anyway, yeah. So, do you have any theories of who? Oh, I need to say something else as well. Bishop, do you have any like? I know you're not a humongous Smash player, but you enjoy the dabble here and there, I believe.
Yeah,
Bishop,
I do.
Like most people, enjoy the dabble. Is there anyone you think or want to see in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate which isn't in there now and is realistically got a chance, or are you just going to take it as it comes or whatever?
I mean, I don't know whether it's realistically got a chance, but I'd really like Rayman.
Oh, I'd
really like Rayman. Rayman would be cool. But other than Rayman, I don't know. There's a ton of new ton of Pokemon that are new.
That Urshifu's getting in all day. That bear thing.
I mean, I don't want any more Pokemon.
But it's happening.
But if I'm honest, and I know it's gonna happen. I don't want any more Pokemon. There's just too many in that game now. Like it's just wait until you make a new one. Like wait until you make a new game.
Yeah, the whole point of Smash it was that all these franchises were gonna come together, and if you're just gonna fill it, I mean, I have no problem with Fire Emblem characters, but there's nine Fire Emblem characters now. And about 8 or 9 Pokemon, and it's like...
I was going to say, I think that's one of the reasons why so many people got pissed off at the bailiff kind of thing.
Sorry, I get it. I get why everyone was annoyed, but it was so funny. It was dead funny.
It was very funny.
I put it was like... On my personal YouTube channel, there was a reaction of me, and I just sit down and just piss myself, because it's dead funny. The second I realised it was like, of course it is.
You're going to have
to that's why they were able to keep it secret for so long, because... Anyway, Bishop, along with Min, they usually they release Mii Fighter costumes. Now, if Jan was here, we're going, Mii Fighter.
You don't like the real
games. I don't like that. I like real characters in my games. Anyway, but now they always have like since Sans and Cuphead, they've had like these special, unique. They're just skins basically. They're not costumes, if you will. Did you see the one that got announced with this?
No.
Have you not seen this?
No,
Mate,
I haven't seen
I'm not going to tell you it. I'm just going to let you I'll let you watch the trailer. This is the trailer. From YouTube, mate. So, I mean, why is this... Is this going to be
excited? I actually quite like the Mii stuff.
it's quite.
Unlike Jam, I actually quite like them. I think they're quite cool.
Why's this on a bit? There's
Just reminds me of like the old the old Wii stuff. Like you know, it was just.
Yeah, we'll watch it onto my ear, mate. Just have a mooch. I'll see your reaction.
Right, so you got the arms stuff.
Yeah, the arms and there's Heihachi and stuff. Just keep watching.
Okay.
Give it a second. It's a slight delay. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Hang on, what? Vault Boy. Oh, that's sick.
In a minute.
That's really cool.
I was watching. I was like, what is going on? But yeah, I'm all in for Vault Boy, mate.
Vault Boy. That's
cool.
I mean, let's face it. Fallout has nothing to do with Nintendo.
No, I mean, I don't think there's a Fallout game on a Nintendo console. I
So
don't think
that's
Fallout 4's on there.
really
I don't
kind
think
of
New Vegas is on there, or 3 or anything. But Doom and Wolfenstein and all that stuff's on the Switch. So maybe because they have said, Bethesda have said before that they've spoke to Nintendo about it. So maybe they said, tell you what, just put Vault Boy in as a Mii costume. That's what they come
cool.
out with.
I really like that. That's really cool. I'm glad to see that they're kind of so. They're broadening the kind of horizons with Mii costumes.
Definitely
really
Cuphead
cool,
and Sans as well. It's great, man. It's great to see.
The thing is, the more they do this, the more chance of games from other places they're gonna get for characters. You know, for actual Smash. So, this is cool as hell.
Mate. You mentioned this earlier. You put Master Chief in this game, and I can play Samus versus Master Chief. I'm the happiest man in the world.
Oh mate, that'd be so cool.
Okay. Yeah, so that is out on Monday. The Mii Fighter costumes and Min-Min's out on Monday. I think it's $6 if you've not bought the pass, which isn't too bad because you get a lot of music tracks with it as well. So the music for Arms, mate, is amazing.
Oh, is it? Okay.
The main theme is just but it's proper like hyped up and buzzing.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll move on, mate. The trailer dropped as well yesterday for another video game. Bishop, did you see this?
Trailer for a new video game. I'm going to take a wild
pot
and say that this is the new Crash Bandicoot.
Mate, 1998 Crash Bandicoot 3 came out, and now we finally get Crash Bandicoot 4 with a load of side stuff in the middle. Did you see this trailer, Bish, mate?
Yeah, I'm buzzing for this.
Man,
this is great.
I can't believe how good it looks. I mean, is it Toys for Bob who did the? I think I'm right.
I believe so.
Toys for Bob, who did the Insane trilogy, making a new game, and from what I can see and what I can tell,
the thing that you know how you just said that this was this looks how good this looks. This is still only PS4.
Yeah.
So this is not a next gen title. This is this gen.
Yeah. Especially with that future's look and stuff and the dinosaurs and mate, that.
It looks really, really good, and I gotta say, I'm gonna have to dabble in this. I really am. Like, it just looks really, really fun.
My girl Coco looking fine, mate. You know what I'm saying? But I'm all in for this. Like, hopefully Spyro gets his new game as well, because I think that trilogy did okay as well.
I really hope so. Yeah. I really hope so. I would be so down for a new Spyro game.
But yeah, it's great.
I like the little Guitar Hero references in there as well. That's kind of cool.
Buzzing, mate.
Yeah, it's just there's not really much to even say about this other than the fact that we're just generally fucking hyped. It's just gonna be great.
Mate. What year is it? I'm in. NS, buy some DLC fighters, you mad head. But yeah,
so yeah, that's great.
October 9th it comes out. That was the other release date from earlier.
Is that going to get? Do you feel like that's going to get buried? Is that going to get buried with everything else?
I mean, I want to say no, because the power of Crash is unreal.
Because Crash is quite big. I see what you mean.
Because the first one sold like mental numbers. I mean, I assume that's why you got an actual sequel, because the first one did absolute mental numbers. But we'll see. I'm sure we'll see. What
that'll be definitely one to watch. Definitely.
Yeah, you all in on that, are you, Bish?
I'm all in. Yeah, 100%. It's gonna be great.
Bishop, mate. It won't be a news show without a bit of controversy. You ready?
Yep.
Who Billy Mitchell is, Bishop?
I don't know who Billy Mitchell is now.
Just a quick one. He's very good at old arcade games. I'm just gonna say that.
Okay.
And he had a few suspect scores. Like he got a perfect Pac-Man score, which I believe was legit. I can't remember, but I believe it was legit. And then he got his Donkey Kong scores challenged a while back now. And there's a documentary about this. It's called The King of Kong. It's on YouTube. Please go and watch it. It's an amazing watch.
That's cool.
And it's just a shithouse because basically they are saying, the article is from Sean O'Kane from The Verge. Thank you very much, sir. We appreciate this. They're basically saying that we'll go from the beginning with this one, Bishop, mate.
Okay.
When you play like one of these old arcade games, the records, you have a record for the old original version, and you have a record for like an emulator, usually MAME. And in MAME, it's not like, because you can have save states and shit. You can just like stop, reload where you were, then carry on. Do you know what I mean?
Right. Okay.
So you can't. It's not a legitimate way of playing the game.
Yeah, I see what you mean. It's like you're kind of taking parts and practicing the same bit over and over and over and over and over again. Like, yeah. Because like if I did that in, like, say for instance Dark Souls, like my speed run, it's not really a speed run then, is it? It's just kind of,
no.
I mean, for practice purposes it's great, but for like a whole run purpose, like obviously you want to be doing the whole thing from start to finish.
Definitely, man. Yeah. So, and there was a YouTube video like I want to say 2 years back, because they stripped his records from the Guinness World Book of Records 2 years ago. Right. Because there was a YouTube video went around. I'm forgetting the guy who uploaded it. I'm so sorry. But he basically proved that he used MAME to get this high score, and he cheesed his way. And in the arcade, which does the official scores, he's a shareholder, and he's got money in the arcade and stuff. Very sketchy. And then obviously they're putting his scores back in, which is a bit like, it's not actually got those scores. I'm not saying he's not good at the games. He's very good at the games. He's one of the best in the world at these games. But
yeah, that's the thing, is when you start talking about scores and competition, this kind of stuff happens. You get a lot of controversy. You get a lot of sort of people just essentially trying to defend themselves, and that's fine. That makes sense. You know what I mean?
One of his high scores for Donkey Kong, the only witness was someone who else was a serial cheater. And they're just taking that out. I'm like, what? Like, do you have no, like, what are you doing? Do you know what I mean? If I like, I did Last of Us 2 in 3 hours, world record, put it in the book. Like, no. So why does he get a free pass? And I'd be like, Bish, you watched me do it, didn't you? You'd be like, yeah, no worries, mate. All day. It's just a bit sketchy, mate, and it's just something to keep an eye on.
Just sound a little sketchy.
I can't remember the guy's name. I'm so like, this video is really interesting because he gets the arcade thing, he gets the main version, and then he puts Billy's in the middle, and then it's identical because it loads differently on the old emulator. There's a certain way it loads stuff on the screen, and you can see it like because it loads different aspects of the game.
Right. Okay.
I know. I'm sorry for going on, but I thought that was quite interesting.
That's fine. It's interesting. It's interesting.
Yeah, so Guinness World Book of Records is nonsense. Don't buy it.
All right.
Billy Mitchell, although he's very good at games, has up himself. But, well, no, fair play. He's very good. Yeah, so that is that, mate.
Okay.
Just, and Bishop, mate. I've just seen your note on this one, mate. I don't think you're happy about this. Tom Phillips, a news editor at Eurogamer, brings us a big, is it a scoop? He basically confirms rumours that have been going around for a while now, saying that our mates Rocksteady, who make the Arkham games. Did you play the Arkham games, Bishop?
No, I didn't. No.
You're not.
Not well. I played little bits of it. I played little bits of them. They were very good games.
You need to play Asylum. I'm not even joking, mate. It's mint. But anyway, nonsense out the way. Apparently, they are making a Suicide Squad game. Now, I've seen your note on our document here, Bishop. You put but why?
Yeah.
Bishop, does this not
in big capital letters with a question mark?
Big question mark.
This, I don't know, for me personally, I saw this. The funny thing is the first tweet that I saw was actually just someone with with the but why meme. But why?
Why?
And to be honest, I agreed with it straight away. Just looking at it, I was like, just don't understand why they're doing this. Like Suicide Squad wasn't. I'm pretty sure Suicide Squad wasn't that big.
I mean, we're talking the film or the books here, Bish?
The game, the film. Sorry.
I didn't like it.
Yeah, I think a lot of people didn't walked out of the cinemas with Suicide Squad. I've not played it. I've not watched it. I've not watched it myself, so I don't know. But a lot of people didn't like it, and it's like, okay, so why are you making a game about it? If it's, I mean, isn't this bad? Isn't this going to be like a bad business thing? Like a bad business plan to just make a game that's based on a film that no one really likes. Oh, it's based on the books, obviously.
I mean, if you're just gonna make the film the prime source, I don't think it's gonna do that well. But I think if you go to the books and then rework it from the ground up that way, I believe. Who says it's gonna prove you wrong, mate? Hugh, I'll join you on that, mate.
Just to prove me wrong. Just
2 copies sold, mate. But if you go from like the books and rework it from the ground up that way, I've not read a Suicide Squad book, so I don't know what I mean. I know they're about trying to get the Justice League.
I mean, if it's based around the books, then I reckon give it a go. Definitely give it a go, and we'll see how see whether or not it kind of pans out. And if it's of course obviously Rocksteady's developing it, and if it's anything like the Asylum, all those kind of games, then obviously I'm sure it'll do very well.
It's Rocksteady. It's a Rocksteady DC game, so I assume it'll do all right. And apparently, there's rumors. Remember last week I was talking about that DC online thing. Where are we now? Yeah, DC fandom event online in August. Apparently, it's going to be there. But we'll see.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
All right.
Well,
I mean, again, obviously, you're talking to someone that's not a DC fan.
DC guy.
So
I'll ask you one last question, Bish, on this.
Go on.
Who's the main character going to be? My mind saying Harley Quinn, right?
I reckon it's not going to be.
It's probably going to be Joker. But I think you'll be able to play multiple characters, like Deathshot. Is it his name Deathshot? Is that his name?
I can imagine it'd be like the new Marvels game, essentially. Like you'd go around.
That's what I'm thinking.
Play different characters, but
jump around the thing.
It'll be interesting to see. I don't know.
Aquaman's the main character. Deal with it, mate.
Aquaman's the main character. Oh my god.
I agree too. Joker causing absolute chaos instead of Batman just going around tidying it up.
That would be kind of cool. That would be kind of cool, yeah.
On the thing. Did you play the Arkham games, Hugh?
But one question to that though was like, if you're going to use Joker as like the main character, I thought the whole idea. I mean, Joker's got a bit of a mystery to him, hasn't he?
Oh, he's mental.
I thought the whole idea of him was, the idea of his character was that you don't want to be seeing everything that Joker does in order to kind of.
That's what makes him mysterious.
That's kind of what makes him. Yeah, it makes him kind of a bit more sort of.
Like that Joker film. Have you seen that?
Sorry to just. I haven't. I actually haven't.
Mate, you do yourself a favour. You watch that film. It's bloody
I will.
marvelous,
I will go.
mate.
I will go watch these films. I will.
He's mental. Like. Actually mental. Anyway, I'm intrigued more than anything. I'm not excited because the Suicide Squad's not my jam. Hugh, thank you. I feel when you play Arkham games, it's very I could just do that.
Linear. Yeah,
I could just do that, and I'd be just as effective.
Assassin's Creed 3 had the exact same problem.
Yeah, cheers, mates. Nice one. Going through.
And also, what was it? Final Fantasy, was it? I want to say 13, 12, 15. 15, probably 15. There was like, basically, you just press the A button for the whole duration of the whole game, and it just. 15
was weird. I mean, we'll talk about 15 another time, but it's weird.
I think it might have been 12, actually. I can't remember.
12. Yeah, maybe. Anyway.
It was 12. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Anyway.
So, intrigued or.
I'm intrigued. I mean, it's something that I'm sure I'll keep an eye on, and we'll talk more about it at some point in the future. But Hughes
is livid, mate.
But yeah, I don't think it's something that I'm too fussed about, really. But
No.
again, that's probably
I mean,
just because
yeah,
I'm not a DC fan. So
Yes, I'm interested to see what they'll go with it, and I am interested to see, who's the main character. If there is a main character, who's the main character going to be? Who's this going to be? Who's that? Blah blah blah. Yada yada yada. Where's the story going to go? But, mate, you ready for a big one, mate?
yep, let's do this.
I say a big one. I mean, it's not really that. It is a.
Don't clip that.
That's what she said. Boom. There's another one for you, lads. Right. Facebook have acquired Ready at Dawn, Bishop. Now, how do you feel about this, mate?
What's Ready at Dawn?
Ready at Dawn
Can you give me a rundown?
they developed their biggest game, I believe, was the Order 1886. Which, do you know what that means, Bish?
Go on.
The Order 1887 might be actually quite good.
Hey, here we go.
Because they made a Ready at Dawn developed Lone Echo, which is that right? What was that game, right?
I've no idea. I generally have no idea.
Yeah,
about
the
the
Lone
story.
Echo was that weird game on the Lone Echo on the old VR Oculus thing. Now, Bishop, right? I thought Sony were going to purchase these, but after they made Lone Echo, Facebook were like, "Oh yeah, mate, let's purchase these guys." Have Sony missed out here, or have they got to, swing and a miss and like, see you later, lads? We'll just get someone else to do this.
I think Sony's got enough going for them that this. I mean, obviously, this is probably it probably is a loss for them. Don't get me wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was probably one of those losses that were like, okay, kind of thing. Like, I don't know. I mean, we'll see.
I mean, I'm interested to see what they're going to do, but I haven't got a VR headset yet. So, I say I'm sat here about 3 meters away, 3 centimeters away from my desk. So we'll see when I get the space for a VR. But as of now, with PC VRs, especially, big mats and big like arena things, don't you?
You've
like
got to have a
poles
big room out. You've got to have a big room for it, and it's just that's one of the main reasons as to why I haven't got a VR. For the money that I'm paying and the room that I have, it's just not worth. It's not worth me owning it.
And to be fair, I only want to play Half-Life Alyx. That's all I want to play. I don't really care about. Well, that's the thing that I'm like. I want to play that game.
There was that Beat game that I showed a few.
Beat Saber.
Not Beat Saber, but obviously I would love to play Beat Saber. The other one that I showed. I think it was like a month ago. I can't remember on the show. I forgot what the game was called now, but looked really interesting. Yeah. It was like a rhythm game similar to Beat Saber.
Yeah.
That looked interesting. That looked interesting too. But yeah, should be interesting anyway.
Anyway, Bishop. So Sony can get anyone to make the Order 1887. The Order 1886 looked good, but it was basically a glorified tech demo, and it was nonsense.
Yeah,
the story was alright. Yeah. I mean, no, the world they were building had potential.
It had potential, yeah.
But
absolutely.
the game was just like walk down a corridor and pan the side. Oh, look at this view. Oh, it's nice, that isn't it? Yeah, like to make a game, please. Definitely. Cheers, mates. Cheers. Bishop, mate.
Yo.
What's some bad news?
Yeah, this is a big one. I was going to put this in the big story section because this is a big story.
Oh, it's massive, mate. Bishop. Microsoft have swerved Mixer off. They have dissolved it and they have merged it with Facebook Gaming. Think of that what you will. Now, the reason I believe Mixer dissolved was because it isn't home to the best show on the internet, which is the Casual Report. So, I kid, of course. Bishop, mate, what did you think of this, mate? Because it seems to have come out of... We were talking about this before the show, and it seems to come out of nowhere.
This is something that we were talking about, and generally, the thing that we're most concerned about is the fact that Microsoft have just decided, oh, here's a day where we're just gonna get rid of it, and it's close. It's really close. It's like it's a month away. This is people's livelihoods. So, like people actually genuinely earn money off of Mixer. This is people's revenue throughout coronavirus, throughout everything that's going on at the minute. People are actually losing their source of income because of Mixer being taken down. And that's a serious thing for a lot of people. You know what I mean? And obviously you've got all the people that actually, view people and watch people as well. Those people, fair enough, they can move to Twitch or other streaming services, but it's kind of, that was their home, if you see what I mean. People build communities in Mixer, just like they do in Twitch and other streaming services.
Yep.
And this is a big thing for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And it's sad to see. It really is sad to see this.
Oh yeah, definitely, because people don't like change, do they? Like, to be fair, they could stay on Facebook Gaming and have a community that way, but is that just going to muddy the waters and just?
That's a great point, actually, Dan. NS did his first ever stream yesterday, and it was on Mixer.
Oh, NS broke Mixer. That we found the bottom of it.
That's it. That's what happened. It was Mixer. It was NS's fault. Anyway, yeah. So this is bad, and I mean, probably it's a big move for Microsoft. More than likely, it'll benefit them quite highly because obviously them, they're joining up with Facebook to do stuff on there.
Yeah.
But yeah. So Hugh said, talking about Ninja. So for those of you, I mean, if you don't know who Ninja is,
and Shroud as well, isn't it?
And Shroud, yeah. So Shroud and Ninja are essentially, they were originally, I believe, I remember rightly, they were originally from Twitch. They got really big on Twitch, and they just decided one day, right, career move. I'm moving to Mixer.
Well, call a spade, Bishop. Say how it is.
It was for the money.
Microsoft, Mixer were like, where's me wedge? Yeah, sound, no worries. Stream exclusively on Mixer, and now I believe they can stream what they want and keep the money and have a big payoff and stuff. Which, as to your point, what about people who earn a living on Mixer, don't get that payoff? And that's a bit shady, to be honest.
It's very shady.
However, I have heard, rumours about the guy who runs Mixer, and he was, I don't want to put words into anyone's mouth, but he wasn't a very nice person. Go and Google it. I don't want to say on it because it's unconfirmed reports at this point. But and then apparently Spence, it's not called the rumour report, so I'm just going to briefly go over this. Phil Spencer was like, got wind of it, and then was like, no, you're gone, and then he had a mix-up, pun intended. But I'm not sure how much I believe of that. But that's something to think about. Food for thought, mate. Bishop, is this Facebook Gaming and Mixer trying to take down Twitch and become the number one streaming platform in the internet, or
I can imagine.
I
can imagine that's probably what the end goal is. I mean, Facebook is obviously right. So obviously, Facebook announced that they were getting into the whole streaming service stuff a while back, and obviously most people didn't bat an eyelid. They just thought, okay, well, this is just going to be terrible because let's face it, they've just started, and if Facebook is just starting out with this kind of stuff, obviously it's going to take them a long time before they really, kind of get somewhere with it. But in my personal opinion, if Facebook do this whole streaming stuff well,
have you seen? Just to interject, sorry. Have you seen any of the Facebook gaming streamers on Facebook now doing it?
Not yet. No.
I mean, I'll just throw a number at you now, right? You know, there's a few Smash Brothers people. You know, Zero is the one, a really big name. He went 40. I can't remember. About 50 tournaments, win straight through.
Right.
Made him famous, and obviously then he went on. He stepped back from the competitive scene and just went on YouTube and became a YouTuber. And he's got 1 million subscribers, right?
Right.
On Facebook, he exclusively streams on Facebook. He's got a Facebook gaming chair. And stuff. And when I see him stream on Facebook, he's got about 100, maybe 200 people in there. And
that's pretty low, isn't it? And
just for comparison's sake, Nairo, Zero has 1 million subscribers on YouTube. Nairo has 235,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Okay.
Nairo streams on Twitch, and every time he streams, I'm seeing 3,000 or 5,000 people in there with him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Numbers
The thing with this is okay. There's a few reasons. A is the reason why the success on YouTube. Is that due to the content that he's creating on YouTube?
It's quite funny, and he's very good at Smash Brothers. And
because you have to remember the one thing that's really important to remember when you talk about the difference between YouTube and any kind of streaming service is that YouTube is very much a it's a completely different platform.
Yeah.
You have to edit things differently. You have to think about humor differently, and you know, it's not live. Do you know what I mean? It's not live. I mean, you can go live on YouTube. You can go live on YouTube, and obviously, you know, there is that kind of side to YouTube. But a lot of people think differently when they go on YouTube as opposed to when they go on to Twitch or any of the other kind of big streaming services.
Yeah.
I mean, so there is that, but obviously then there's a big difference between Twitch and, you know, Twitch and Facebook. Yeah. I just think Facebook just hasn't kind of hit off yet.
I mean, no one knows about it.
Yeah, no one knows about it at the minute. But that's only because I think it's because it's early.
Yeah.
And I think big stories like this, where they're getting rid of Mixer, will probably benefit them. Yeah, which maybe. Kind of it sounds a bit counterintuitive because this is obviously not a good thing. But I think just getting the name, you know, the Facebook name out there a bit more for streaming side of things. I reckon, if you ask me, I reckon 10 years Facebook will be the biggest streaming service in the world.
Another wedge. I mean, but
and that's just because Facebook is used by everybody, so it just makes sense. Do you know what I mean? It just makes sense to do that. Does that mean that places like Twitch are going to be still around? Probably. I reckon still.
I think so.
But just obviously, unfortunately, not Mixer, which is a damn shame. It is a shame because I've been on Mixer before, and it is a nice place to.
And that's broke it, mate.
Yeah.
And that's broke Mixer. Anyway.
No, he's fuming at me.
Yeah. And he makes a good point. Twitch making Prime free if you have the Amazon Prime cemented them, and you know, catapulted them, if you will.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Ninja getting all that wedge is it leaves a sour taste in my mouth. I'll be honest with you, but you know, fair play to him. He rode that train.
So Hugh says one thing he will say: Mixer made it easy for anyone to stream. Twitch is for everyone with PCs and setups and everything. Mixer worked because you could load it up on and stream on games without any effort or setup. Yeah, that makes sense. I see what you mean there.
Yeah, I've not used Mixer. Is that true?
Mixer was pretty much predominantly like an Xbox.
Yeah,
I mean, you could do Mixer on PC. Right. You can do Mixer on PC, and it's just, you know, you can do it the way that Twitch does it. But I believe the whole idea of Mixer was to make it really quick and easy for streamers, just click a few buttons, go bam, that's it, we're in.
Yeah, so I've seen it when I've loaded up when I turned on my Xbox before. It's like go live from Mixer now, and you can watch stream like Microsoft streams through Mixer and then earn stuff. And yeah, it's a shame really, but hopefully they'll figure something out. With
obviously there's a lot. The thing with that though, obviously Hugh, is obviously you get a lot less options. If you see what I mean, there's a lot less options there compared to what you would. But to be honest, a lot of streamers these days aren't after that. They're just after a really quick, easy way of streaming to people, and you know, allowing people to watch. And that's you know, for the most part where Mixer kind of worked. I agree with you on that one.
Yeah, like you can tell for the people who are in it for the money, and then in it to. Like people are in it for the money, and then people are in it just to have a good time and have a laugh and that. And you can it shows in the stream. I think from what I've watched anyway.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's a shame.
It is a shame. It's a sad day for streamers everywhere. But yeah, it is what it is, I'm afraid. And that's kind of just how it goes. It's how the cookie crumbles, so to speak. And this is, you know, unfortunately, Mixer's a business, just like, you know, well, it's part of a business anyway, just like everything else. And unfortunately, if it's not gaining money, then
in the bin,
I'm afraid. Yeah, that's just how it goes.
Yeah, I know. Moving on.
Yes.
something that hopefully will make money. James, Ghost of Tsushima has gone gold, sir. Are you buzzing?
Yeah, this is cool. Yeah, to see this game go gold is pretty fantastic, and I reckon it's going to do well.
I think it will.
I'm not personally that interested in this game, and I feel like I don't know. I feel like I'm not really in, but
I know what you're saying.
I know for a
I'm in
fact
the
that
same
there's a
boat as
lot
you,
of people.
mate.
Yeah, but I think there's a lot of people out there that are interested in this.
They'll do well, I think. I don't
well.
think it'll do Last of Us 2 numbers, but I think it will do well. I may bite my own ass when I say that, but
No, I reckon you're right.
I mean, I see buzz for it online, but I don't see like when Last of Us 2 was coming out, you knew it was coming out. Now Animal Crossing was coming out, you knew it was coming out. Like,
Yeah.
with this, it's like, oh, cool. We'll get that, probably, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I agree with you on that one.
I mean, fair play to them. The times they're in, working from home and all that stuff. It must have been difficult.
The game looks absolutely stunning, though. Like,
cool.
in terms of visuals, it looks absolutely gorgeous.
Visual fidelity is cool.
But that's obviously not everything. Do you know what I mean? It's not the. Not the whole thing. So. But yeah, this is great though. It's great news for them, and I hope that they do well with this game. I really do, because they seem to have put a lot of effort into it. So.
Definitely, mate. Definitely. I'm probably going to play it. I'm not sure on day one, but I'm probably going to play it.
I'm probably not day one, but I will play it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give it a go.
With a Sucker Punch. Is it Sucker Punch, isn't it? He says.
I think so.
Yeah, Sucker Punch. Do you like Sucker Punch, Bishop?
I think I remember Sucker Punch. Yeah.
That hero thing. What's it called? Infamous.
Oh, Infamous. That? Yeah.
They've made that. Did you play Infamous?
Oh yeah. I played Infamous. Yeah.
Did you like Infamous, mate?
Yeah, it's good. They were good games.
Are you buzzing?
Buzzing,
mate. Yeah, and obviously that Sly Raccoon. They made that as well.
Oh right, yeah.
Sly to Infamous to this. It's quite a jump, mate. And hopefully it does well for them. And hopefully we see it on PS5, which I'm sure we will.
Fingers crossed.
It's backwards compatible anyway, I assume, so we'll see. Anyway, Bishop, that about rounds up the news, mate. Do you have an unpopular opinion today?
I don't personally know. I never do.
I have two here. I want to say one for Thursday's show, though. So
okay. All right.
I want to do the one that fits with today's show.
Okay.
That is Naughty Dog. You're aware of Naughty Dog, aren't you, Bishop, mate?
Of course, everyone knows Naughty Dog. Everyone knows who Naughty Dog are.
Uncharted and all that nonsense. Since Uncharted 1, I'm not sure how unpopular this is. This just might be an opinion, so we'll see.
It is, yeah.
Since Uncharted 1,
yeah.
Each game Naughty Dog has released, and I could go as far as to say it's Crash Bandicoot 1, to be honest. Each game they've released has got objectively better. Like Uncharted 1, 2 is better than 1, 3 is...
He wants to say it, but he doesn't.
I get shit for saying that, but you know what I'm saying.
I know what you mean.
Last of Us is way better than any of them three. Uncharted 4, although I prefer The Last of Us over Uncharted. Uncharted 4 is a more well-made game. It's got better gameplay. It's got obviously the graphics are better and animations are better, and the story. I mean, it's Indiana Jones, isn't it? To be honest.
Yeah, definitely.
And then obviously Last of Us 2 is way better than from a development perspective, and how they constructed the world. And
are you only saying that now because of Last of Us 2 though?
It
because
might
so
be
Last of Us
because
2.
Last of Us 2 is fresh in my mind.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm saying this.
But you probably. I think you're right. I think in terms of as Naughty Dog goes, they are one of the best. You can see the improvements every single game.
Definitely.
And they're not small improvements as well. No. They're big improvements. They're really big improvements. And I definitely do agree with you on this one. I think that Naughty Dog do an absolutely fantastic job. And the thing that I love about them is that it doesn't matter how big they seem to be getting, they're still absolutely dedicated to the fault to make these games fantastic for the gamers. And I love the dedication. I love it.
Yeah, apparently there is a horrible crunch culture at Naughty Dog, which we don't agree with at all. I mean, just let people go home and spend time with their families. The game can come out when it's ready. Do you know what I mean? Don't force people to do overtime that's unpaid and stuff. I don't appreciate that at all.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I'm not saying that's good, but like the cake
I mean,
that
you
comes
can you can ask someone to do overtime, but that's different. Do you know what I mean, if you force someone to do overtime, that's not right.
I mean, like it's just like they don't ask you to do it, but like psychologically, if everyone else is doing it, then you feel like a twat for going on. That it doesn't sit well with me at all. I mean, just because you go home doesn't mean you're not dedicated to what you're doing. It means you've got to you've got to just take a break and chill out. And
just means you've got a life outside of the work, which is fine. Yeah, you should never feel bad for going home when.
If that is going on, I don't agree with it at all, and
Agreed.
I'd rather them just take the time. And to be fair, they did announce Last of Us 2 way too early.
They did.
And we will we will do a spoiler cast with Jam as well. So we'll think. We'll blow it open and see where we think the story is going, if there'll be a continuation. Because if you ask me, after Last of Us 1 or 2, would you take a part 2? I'm like, no, it's done, leave it. But then after playing this, I'm like, okay, yeah, we're in. But yeah, like I said, like the improvements over the last one. If you were to play Uncharted 1 now, and then put Last of Us 2 side by side, Uncharted 1's a cartoon. I think I've said that before, but Uncharted 1 is a cartoon, and you can see the Jack and Daxter and Crash Bandicoot influences all over that game because of how the characters animate. Like, oh my god, big beady eyes and stuff. It's mental. But yeah, that is my one. Is there any in the chat before we move on?
Is there any unpopular opinions in the chat?
I should get the Forgotten Gem ready, mate.
As I think it was actually meant to be my choice, wasn't it? Next anyway. But
you can go if you want, mate. I don't mind.
No, it's okay. We'll go with you, and then we'll
go next time.
We'll do me next on Thursday. Yeah, that's fine. Because you've already got one sorted out, haven't you? So.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to do this ever since last show when you all hadn't heard of it.
Well, I've no idea what this is, I think.
Yeah, because you're all mental. But anyway, buzzing. Right, we'll go on. We've done the pop opinion. Forgotten Gen time, everybody. Today I bring to you a darling video game, Billy Hatcher and the Giant Egg. I mentioned this
Hatcher and the Giant Egg.
I think it was last Tuesday when we were talking about Choo Choo Rocket. We were talking about Sonic Team, and this is Sonic Team's best game apart from Choo Choo Rocket, which is kind of trained to say when they are a studio that primarily makes Sonic games. This game, 3D platformer, it's nowhere near the caliber of like Super Mario or the Super Mario 64 or.
I think that's the whole idea of the Forgotten Gems, though, isn't it? It's just playing games that maybe weren't particularly 100% popular, but were just games that were just really great.
And then the idea is you just roll this egg around and you can make it bigger and you can bounce around.
It's just got such a Kingdom Hearts 1 feel to it, just in terms of graphics. Like
yeah, it's that era, I think. And you can see these catapult things. Where are they? These like Hughes here. Jam loves Command & Conquer,
the remaster for Command & Conquer is so good, by the way.
And it's very clever game. I think see the problem with Sonic Team.
Is it like a time trial thing?
No, there's a timer. I think. I don't think. I think it scores you off your time, but I don't think it's primarily you have to do this level in 5 minutes or you die.
Right.
It's just chilling. Yeah. So
I hate those type of games. Yeah. I hate them. They're not my type of thing. I don't like time trials.
It stresses me out, mate. I don't mind time trial mode in a game which doesn't need it. But,
which is fine.
This game really brought out the creativity in Sonic Team instead of just Sonic going. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have to really think about. I'm not saying they don't think about the level of design in Sonic, but they really brought out the bag, and I enjoyed this game a lot. And
it looks something like I'm surprised I'd never played it. It looks like a game I would have played definitely.
Oh mate, use all the Command & Conquer.
Looks like I kind of missed out a little bit there. Yeah, it looks really good.
And it's some really clever game design. And I didn't know this, but I assumed it was a GameCube exclusive, which it was until 2006 when it came to PC, which I never knew it came to PC in Europe.
No way.
Yeah, but that's check it out if you can. I'm sure there's a emulator somewhere. You can sort that out. Yeah, Bishop, mate. Let's have the quiz.
It's time for the quiz.
I pulled these out of my arse about 10 minutes ago, so you'll have to bear with me.
Are we all ready, ladies and gentlemen?
Yeah.
It's quiz time.
It is quiz time. I've got 3 songs today.
Mr. Ominous himself, Mr. NS was the winner of last.
Title. That one's the hardest, so I'm going to do it on last.
It's the music champ at the minute, so this should be interesting. This should
I
be
require the 2 points for each. I'll give you a point for the franchise, and I'll give you a point for the game in that franchise. I'll give the chat about 30-40 seconds, and I'll pass it over to Bish and see if he wants to crack at it.
I never get them anyway, so it's fine.
You might get the first. You're probably going to get the first one. I'm not sure about. You're probably going to get the first one. You might get the second one. I don't. The third one is really difficult.
Okay.
All
right.
But yeah, you ready?
Yeah, ready when you are.
If the music's too low or too loud, let me know, chat. Here is the first song. Franchise and game from franchise. 1 point for each. 2 seconds. It's on the tune, by the way.
It's a beautiful piece of music.
Give the chat 10 more seconds, then Bish, you can have a go if you want.
Okay, I have no idea. I mean, I know what it sounds like to me, but I definitely know it's not that. So,
Dan has answered.
is it right?
It's half right. It is Mass Effect. It's not the first one, Dan.
Is it Mass Effect 2?
It is Mass Effect 2.
I was actually going to say Mass Effect as well.
That is the suicide mission theme from the second game.
Oh, no way. I can't. I actually can't believe. Like, I can't believe I was actually like second guessing myself about that one.
I was surprised that you didn't go straight into. But is that a? Yeah, the suicide mission's a big part of the second game, isn't it? Is that right?
I believe so.
I
Yeah.
played the second. I played the first one. Sorry.
I think it's because it's like right at the end of the game when it's like. I just generally haven't played the end of the game that much.
I need, for the second one, I need the franchise and the game. You ready?
Let's do this.
Song 2, guys. Let's go. Straight in. Dan's right.
Good lord, that was loud, by the way.
Sorry, I thought it was. I was in my ear. I turned it down a bit for the Mass Effect song, and I was like, "Oh, God, right."
The first thing that came to mind when I heard that
Yes,
was what Dan has just put in the chat.
Answer. Last one's arguably the hardest song we've had on the Casual Report quiz.
Jeez.
So Bishop, mate, to draw level with Dan, you're gonna have to get this.
I'm gonna have to get this. Yeah.
I think you've played the game.
You think I've played the game?
Pretty sure
you think?
have. I'm pretty sure you have.
Okay.
So yeah.
That's really annoying as well because I was gonna get Doom series as well. I was actually generally. I mean, I probably wouldn't have said. I probably would have. I probably wouldn't have guessed the actual game, but I definitely would have guessed Doom.
The series, yeah.
Yeah, I would have got the series.
This is a great game, by the way. Go and play it. Gentlemen and ladies.
Soundtracks in Doom games are so fucking good.
Yeah, Mick Gordon,
Anyway.
legend.
Right, let's do this.
Track 3, I need the franchise and the game. Let's go. access, I'll be very impressed.
Did he actually?
Yeah.
I think if I'd heard a little bit more of it, I think I would have got it.
A bit more for Bishop, see if he would have got it. Where's it kick off? Oh, just... Oh, of course it is. Of course, yeah. What am I thinking? Right, you ready? Just fucking boom. Dan, I need... Right, 2 seconds. Let me just kick this off now. I see pictures, Mary. Hey, that is sick.
That fucking drop is so cool.
Noisier, mate. Dan, I have a question, good sir. Did you like that game? I'll let you give it a few seconds to answer.
Was this the
That was the reboot. Whatever it was,
yeah,
side
the
thing.
reboot.
Yeah, I don't like it. I thought it was alright, to be fair.
It looks alright. I've got to say, I enjoyed it.
You played that game, right? Is that?
I played bits of it. Yeah, it's good.
Well,
it's very
congratulations,
good.
Dan, returning champion.
Returning champion. Look at that.
Yeah. Anyway.
Totally blitzed me.
Is it 5-1? NS just rolled over, mate.
Do you reckon Jam would have got some of them?
No.
He wouldn't have got Mass Effect.
No.
He definitely wouldn't have got Mass Effect.
I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't have got Mass Effect. You know that is a tune, by the way.
I think if it was a different Mass Effect tune, I think I would have got it.
I tried to
because I mean I was going to get it anyway because that's what I would have guessed. Mass Effect was what I would have guessed.
So you would have took an educated guess. Because you probably heard that song before, right?
I would have taken an educated guess and gone for Mass Effect.
Bullshit, mate.
I was definitely straight up with Doom. I knew that second game was.
That first.
You can just tell. Yeah, you can just tell by just how
first 4 bars, mate.
Demonic it sounds.
Damn.
But mate, it's cool.
Sorry, Bish, mate. Damn, mate. I believe. I'll probably talk about. I might put this down as another unpopular opinion, but I believe that game gets too much shit for what it was, and people were fuming because Darty didn't have white hair at the beginning.
Yeah.
At the beginning.
I agree. I agree. I think the reason why it gets so much shit though is because like the character that you know and love is being changed to something else, and that's
the
point. You know what I mean?
This is the point.
Well, I know that's the. What do you mean? It is
because when you finish, I don't spoil anything, but when you finish the game, he's like, "Oh, okay." He's always been a bellend, hasn't he, Dante?
Okay. I mean? All right.
But yeah. But I totally get why people kicked off, but at the same time, it's like, shut up, you bellends. But anyway,
cool.
That calls the show, lads.
It's been a good show. Thank you so much for joining us, guys.
Yeah, thank you very much. YouTube, if you're watching on YouTube, please do us a favour, like, subscribe, ring that bell. Everybody in the Twitch chat now, we appreciate you. I love having you here. It's great. Makes my Tuesdays and Thursdays more meaningful. You know what I'm saying? We'll be back on Thursday. Might not have Jam with us. We'll see how he feels. We'll see how he feels. I'll just tell him just take your time. No rush.
But we will have lots of Pokemon news.
Yes,
which is good.
That's what I've got to bring up. I will. Just to finish the show, Bish. We said this the other day. What do you think it's going to be? Because apparently it's a big project. They've reinforced that today.
They specifically said RPG, right?
I don't know if they said RPG, but they said.
Did they say RPG?
Let me get the tweet up, mate.
So basically, Mary, essentially there's a Pokemon. Is it Direct? Is it?
Pokemon Presents it's called, but it's essentially a Pokemon Direct.
It's essentially a Pokemon Direct. Tomorrow. That's just kind of weird because they did one last week.
They split it up, which is weird.
Why? That's my question: is why did they split it up?
I assume they didn't want
this game. Is this game really that big?
This is what I'm saying.
They wanted to make a whole separate presentation for it.
My assumption when they said, "Oh, we're doing another one next week," was this game is massive. And we don't want it to eat up what we're announcing today, so we're going to announce it next week. That was my assumption. I'll probably watch it.
But if it's, I think is it one of those things where it's like they wanted to not overshadow the other games with this new announcement.
I believe that's why.
I think that's probably what they did.
Yeah. That's the only thing I can think of. I don't know why.
Because that way, then you've got a week's worth of kind of like
a week's worth
on the news, and then the week after you've got this new Pokemon Disco. That would be great, Dan. Let's do it. I swear to God, if it's a Pokemon Coliseum, I'm going to lose my shit. I think you will as well, Jack.
I love Pokemon Coliseum, right?
Pokemon Coliseum game would be great.
What game's that Kingdom Hearts game's out today.
Oh, what?
That Melody of Memory game.
Oh, the weird rhythm game,
yeah. Well, apparently, I can't find the tweet now. You'll have to take my word for it. But apparently, they like say, "Oh, it's a big project," which leads me to believe it is an RPG. Well, whether it's a mainline RPG, it's a remake of Diamond and Pearl, it's a new game completely. I don't know, but
I swear to God, if it's Let's Go Johto, then
Let's Go Johto. I mean,
that'd be so sick. Why
would you leave it? That's not like massive, is it? I mean, it's big. It's big. But is it that this game is going to cannibalize all these other announcements? Let's leave it a week. So
yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. See, I do know what you mean. Yeah.
I'm curious, mate. I think it's 2 o'clock tomorrow UK time.
In my personal opinion, Pokemon Snap is a huge thing. Like it was a huge announcement, but they just played it off as if it was just like another.
It's like, it's Pokemon Snap. Shut up. It's like, but here it is. Stop asking us. That's what it felt like.
Yeah, I mean, it did generally feel that way. Yeah. It was like, look, we got Pokemon Smile to announce. This is much more important.
Yeah, but with Pokemon. I'm not a Pokemon Snap guy, so we'll see how it goes, mate. Like I said, I go for lunch at 1:45 at work, so I'll be watching it. I'll be with curious eyes, mate.
Is it tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow at 2 o'clock.
Tomorrow at 2 p.m.
If it's same as last week, it's 2 p.m. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry, but I'm pretty sure I'm right.
2 p.m. tomorrow, BST for those people that obviously aren't in our time.
There are websites that translate it for you. If you're not BST, don't worry about it. So. Look forward to us going bloody Let's Go Johto. Well, thank you very much for joining, guys. Bishop, are you streaming later, or are you chilling?
I'm gonna be streaming some Mass Effect in about an hour or two.
Get on Mass Effect, mate. I'm sure I'll be in the chat chilling. I think it's 6 a.m. for you, NS. It might be 9 a.m. I'm not sure. So is that tonight? Is it Bish? You're doing that? Yeah. Bish will be back tonight streaming Mass Effect. Twitch.tv/bish_casual. Check that out. We'll be back Thursday. At least me and Bishop. I'll see if Jam's up for it. If he isn't, just it's totally understandable. And thank you very much for watching, guys, and we will see you next time. Keep it casual. Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.